This is Madonna,
The material girl.
the material girl, and because she was such a whore, and then represents
Yes.
the Madonna, right? She is.
Oh, I see what you mean. She's the mother,
epitome of the whore of
and yet
Babylon.
it's a mocking of Mary.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, and her videos express that.
Yes. I mean, we've got war, hell on
There is
wheels.
always, it seems, something about to blow up around Madonna, which brings us to the latest controversy. Her new documentary, I'm Going to Tell You a Secret. Clearly, her belief in Kabbalah, the study of Jewish mysticism, has deeply affected her. Is the young woman who once so publicly rejected the Catholic faith of her childhood now Jewish? You attend Jewish services now.
Well, that's what some people think. I don't attend Jewish services.
Straighten us out.
Well, I hear the Torah, but I'm not Jewish, and nor have I converted to Judaism. I think I'm connecting to something that predates religion.
Okay, hold it there. The Jews who are not Jews, they openly admit they practice this Kabbalism. Hollywood's rife with it. But yet, we're all left out of the loop, what's going on,
Well, first of all, you have to ask yourself, what is the Kabbalah, the Jewish
Yes.
Kabbalah? It's spelled about 3 ways, but whichever way it's spelled, it means the same thing. Now, if we look at the Kabbalah, it's a system of sorcery, witchcraft, and magic. And there are a number of Jews who are opposed to the Kabbalah. We need to know that first of all.
Right.
And yet there are even Orthodox Jewish rabbis, the Lubavitchers and others, who have embraced Kabbalah. But Kabbalah comes really, literally, all the way back from Babylon.
Yes.
And it was Babylonian magic of the worst kind. And it polluted the Jewish religion and faith. But today, there's not only the Talmud, which is the holy book of the Jews, but there is the Kabbalah. Now, there are many volumes. The Zohar is probably the most prominent. But what I want people to know, it is a combination of many occult disciplines, numerology, astrology, literally making the Hebrew alphabet into idols. And colors. There's even colors
Yes.
that make it. If you notice, she was wearing red. That's the primary color of the Kabbalah and also of the whore of Babylon, according to the book of Revelation, the Bible, Revelation 17.
Wait, go back.
Now, Albert Pike, who was Sovereign Grand Commander of Freemasonry back in the Civil War, and he is actually recognized and honored by Freemasons around the world as the par excellence role model for all Masons. I see you have his book here.
Yes, that was given to me at the Temple of the 33rd.
Yeah, here we have Morals and Dogma, the classic textbook of Freemasonry. We have the double-headed eagle symbol on the front cover.
I got some of that on there. So.
Okay, now, Albert Pike said this about Freemasonry in this very book. He says that Freemasonry is based almost totally on the Kabbalah.
Yes.
Jewish magic.
Yes.
And many Jewish rabbis have admitted this, and they say that in all of the rituals of Freemasonry, you will find the Kabbalah, the system of magic of the Jews. For example, the 30th degree of Freemasonry is the Knights of Kadosh.
Yes.
And it involves skulls and black robes and a knight laying in a coffin speaking from the dead.
Yes.
And all of this turning to the god of the underworld, the gods of the underworld, is all related to Jewish Kabbalah because they believe in necromancy,
Yes.
communication with the dead. And they also believe that it is their goal as gods, once you become a Kabbalistic master, and they believe that in the last days, a Kabbalistic master will come upon the earth, and there will be a Jewish utopia, a new world order of the Jews,
Right.
and all Gentiles who convert at least to Kabbalah. Now, they don't have to convert to Judaism,
Right. As Madonna was saying.
but they must go along with what are called the Noahide laws and be good Gentiles and go along with Kabbalah. And if they recognize that the Holy Spirit is the serpent, the great universal serpent, they actually believe the one swallowing his tail,
Right.
the Ouroboros serpent, is the Holy Spirit. And by the way, that's also taught in the 32nd degree of Freemasonry, that is, the serpent is the Holy Spirit.
Right.
And he is going to encircle the earth with his doctrine and bring forth this great Kabbalistic master. We would call him the Antichrist in Christianity, to be honest. So this is just a number of their doctrines. Now, Madonna may have got into it because she lacks the magic. She thinks she can get miracles from it.
Right.
She can enhance her power.
Well, she raised to the top.
Yeah, she can be like a witch who can charm the world and bring enchantment. Yeah, she has raised to the top by worshiping, I think, nothing but Lucifer.
Yes.
And look at her.
Oh, well, this is Britney.
Britney.
Go one picture there. She actually passed on the Madonna ship to Britney, and then Madonna became Esther.
You know, I never had thought of that till you told me about that, Freeman. That kiss.
The kiss.
Because in all of the Kabbalistic secret society rituals, they are based on a foundation of tantra, or sexual ritual.
Yes.
And that's the meaning, by the way, of the G in Freemasonry. You have the square and the compass, and they're mounted on each other.
Right.
It's the male mounting the female, and they become as one.
Right.
So here we see a beginning of the sexual act on TV.
Right.
And notice also you have the wedding of white and black.
Exactly, yes.
Everything is done in a ritual here. It's an amazing thing. Notice that Madonna, facing the audience, she is to the left in terms of her orientation, not the audience's.
Right.
And Britney is on the right. So you have the old, the evil, and now she is going to initiate the innocent newcomer.
Right.
Into her role.
And this is why I go to the next shot.
You told me, and I began to see the significance of this.
And then she comes out dressed as a bride.
As a bride, yeah, she's the bride of Satan in a sense.
Right.
Absolutely incredible.
Now, where did she come up from? She was a Mouseketeer. Come on, let's get to Walt Disney here. Move on a little bit, Shag, because Walt Disney. People, here she is as a Mouseketeer, and it wasn't just her. It's her. It's oh God, I forgot all their names now. I don't listen to pop music.
Funicello, but I know that there have been several recently.
Yes,
as Mouseketeers. Well, in Disneyland, there is a club that's been established that you and I don't think we'll ever be invited.
Probably not.
Only the elite are able to come. It's Club 33.
Interesting.
Yeah, 33, of course, is the highest initiate level of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, and there's Club 33. Of course, Mr. Disney himself, Walt Disney, and his brother Roy, they were Masons, Freemasons.
Well, most people don't recognize. Let this play. That Disney World is. Go ahead and let that play, Shag. Disney World looks like a whole fun bunch of rides, but what we actually have here are a number of rides. Now, I grew up in Orlando, and we got a number of rides that are sponsored by military industrial corporations. And so when you save your thousands of dollars and go to Disney World, all of that goes straight to the military industrial corporations. Exxon has a dinosaur ride. RCA, hold that there. RCA has those Space Mountain, and when you come off of Space Mountain, it shows you exactly what the future's going to hold. It shows you getting your learning from television on the computer, and then as you're finally exiting Space Mountain, it shows you on television.
You on television? Wow.
Big Brother is watching,
in my book, Ravaged by the New Age, some years ago, which exposed the occult, and it's really, it's grabbing the minds of our kids, our children.
Yes.
I had a picture in there of Michael Jackson. Now, this is before people knew that he was a pedophile, a predator, and I believe he is. And there was Michael Jackson as Captain EO.
Right.
They had they showed the kids one of the rides, one of the prominent ones. They actually had a little motion picture, I think 13 minutes long, of Michael Jackson. He was really dressed up like some kind of a satanic guy, but they called this Captain EO. Right. Now, interestingly, if you go back and you study the Babylonian, the Greek, the Roman, the worst of the secret societies, you will find there was a character named EO. That is a name of the devil, EO. Right. And Michael Jackson was Captain EO at Disney World.